So just before this, just before he's accused of healing by the power of the devil, of Beelzebub, his friends go out to lay hold on him and say he's beside himself. And that's when the scribes come in and say he heals by the power of Beelzebub. The main event here is that the scribes are accusing him not of healing by the power of the Holy Spirit, but by an evil power. And Matthew and Mark each have one thing that happens immediately before that. So it would make sense to have those right before and then follow with that accusation. What should come first? It says in Matthew that then was brought to him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him insomuch that the blind and dumb both spoke and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, Is not this the son of David? But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, This fellow does not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of devils. Mark, however, after the naming of the 12, they went into a house. That's where I left it off. Then it goes, and the multitude comes together again, so that they could not so much as eat bread. And when his friends heard of it, they went out to lay hold on him, for they said, He is beside himself. And the scribes which came down from Jerusalem said, He has Beelzebub, and by the prince of the devils casts he out devils. Because of how quickly this flows in Matthew, someone was brought to him, he healed them, the people were amazed, but the Pharisees heard it, and they said, This fellow does not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub. I think that should come just before. That should be the last thing, and maybe I should start with Mark. Yeah, so they went to a house, there's a multitude. The setting is the house. I have to put that first. I'll just start with that. And they went into a house. And the multitude comes together again, so that they could not so much as eat bread. Then it goes on to say, his friends heard of it, and they went out to lay hold on him, for they said, He's beside himself. Then the scribes come in from Jerusalem and accuse him. But we also know from Matthew, at some point in time, here at this place, there was brought to him someone who was possessed, and Jesus healed him. The people were amazed. They questioned to see, Is this not the son of David? Then he's accused. I just had a thought. I could have it so that his friends are coming in because they think he's crazy. Right after he casts out the devil. I guess that would make perfect sense for him to cast out the devil, then have his friends come in because they're saying he is beside himself. And then the scribes, or maybe I could have it, he casts out the demon. Everyone's amazed up to Matthew 12:23. And then just before it says the Pharisees heard it and accused him, I could go to Mark. When his friends heard of it, they went to lay hold on him, said he's beside themselves. But when the Pharisees heard it, they accused, okay, yeah, that works well. So he does this amazing act. He casts out the demons from this person, and then the reactions are then recorded from the people who are there, who believe him, then his friends who think he's crazy, then the Pharisees who say he's using demonic power. There's a gathering of people. I'm going to stop there in Mark, verse 20. I'm not going to go into 21 yet. So when his friends heard it, I'll put the entire account from Matthew of him exorcising this man. Then was brought to him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him. Insomuch that the blind and dumb both spoke and saw. And he was casting out a devil, and it was dumb. And it came to pass, when the devil was gone out, the dumb spoke, and the people wondered. In Matthew it mentions that the man was brought to him, and then his symptoms were explained. Then he was healed. He was casting out a devil, and he healed him. That's where I'd have to put these first words. And he was casting out a devil. But casting is present versus healed is past. And it came to pass, when the devil was gone out, the dumb spoke. But it came to pass. Should that be after he healed him? Matthew has, he healed him in so much that the dumb both spoke and saw. I think I should have it came to pass at the beginning of this statement, where it says, and they went into a house. So the and is both, Luke only. It came to pass, they went into a house. Now, and the multitude comes together again, so they can not so much see bread. And then was brought to him one possessed with a devil. He was casting out a devil, and it was dumb. Blind is added in Matthew. Both dumb. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for me to combine casting and healed. It would have to be he cast out the devil and healed him. So I just have to choose between casting and healed. I'm kind of leaning more towards Luke here, because a healing I have always understood as you have some injury and now the injury is fixed, not a possession. Healing someone who's possessed, I guess you could take in a general sense that now he's better. The demon is no longer there, but they're still different, they're separate, and I don't think that healing is the best way to put it. I know it says one was brought to him, and it would still sound strange to say, and he was casting out the devil, and then to say, and when the devil was gone out. It does sound strange, but the tenses are weird. Then was brought to him one possessed with the devil, and he, Jesus, was casting out. I do want to have cast the devil out, but not casting. He was casting out a devil, and when the devil came out, the dumb spoke. You know, even though it sounds strange with the tenses, I think I'm going to go with casting out the devil anyway. It makes so much more sense than just saying he healed. It's kind of skipping all those steps. There's a lot involved in casting out a demon. You could just say, oh yeah, he fixed the problem. But Luke is more detailed. Cast him out, and when he went out. Just that little separation shows there's more involved. It's much faster than how we would do it, but there's more than just it was done. He was healed. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. Then was brought to him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he was casting out. So instead of healed, I'm going to put, and he is both, now just Luke was casting out. And then instead of a devil, because I already say I want to say the from the dumb spoke. Because here in Matthew, this word is already here. The blind and dumb both spoke and saw. So I'll keep that. The will only be Matthew. The one in that place from Luke will go up here. And then devil from, he was casting out a devil. So it's pretty much the same. He was casting out a devil, but I'm exchanging for the. Because they had already mentioned a devil. He's possessed with a devil. So now he's casting out the devil that was in him. And he was casting out the devil. There's no of, so I don't know what to do with him right here. And he was casting out the devil. If I could say out of him when the devil was gone out. Now here I would want to have the word of. When the devil was gone out of, so I could keep the word him from Matthew. When the devil was gone out of him. But there's no of. Okay, here's an idea. The next verse. But some of them said he cast out devils through Beelzebub. But it's not just some, because Luke and Matthew are very clear. It says, but when the scribes and the Pharisees, which came down from Jerusalem, said he has Beelzebub. So I would have to skip these words anyway, but some of them. So I think I'm going to use that of. So this is also Luke, it's just later. I'll have this be a white space before and after. That way it's very clear it's coming from a different place. Although with white it's kind of hard to see there's any difference at all. You can't really tell, but I'll make it clear in the addressing that that of is from elsewhere. So now I think it reads pretty well. Then was brought to him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he was casting out the devil, and when the devil was gone out of him, you know what? In so much then doesn't work. Because it says when the devil was gone out. It could just go into the blind and dumb, both spoke and saw. Oh, I know what to do. Okay. Instead of getting rid of the in so much that, I can move that to before when the devil. So it'll be, and he was casting out the devil in so much that when the devil was gone out of him, the blind spoke. Yeah. Then was brought to him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he was casting out the devil in so much that when the devil was gone out of him, the blind and dumb both spoke and saw. Yeah, that works. It's not as pretty as how it's worded in Matthew or Luke, but together, I think it's okay, so that I'm not getting rid of so many words. All right, Luke. The devil was gone out. The dumb spoke. It's both. The dumb spoke. And when the people were gathered thick together, he began to say, "This is an evil and adulterous generation." This is when the scribes and the Pharisees are speaking to him. But that's after they thought he was casting out devils by the power of Satan, right? He has Beelzebub. Luke 11:29, when the people were gathered together. I could put that here. Combine that with, and the multitude comes together again, so that they could not so much as eat bread. So here it's mentioned, there's a multitude. A lot of people are there. I don't think there'd be a need to mention the multitude again, just because he finished saying one thing and he's going to say something else. So I really do feel like putting that verse here. And it came to pass when... No, there's no when. They went into a house. Yeah, I mean, it's saying when the people gathered thick together. So there's so much people that they could not so much as eat bread. It makes sense. So yeah, I am going to put these two together. I'll say the and is both at the beginning. And I might just have to leave out when, because it came to pass is already there. They went into a house. The people. So the multitude or the people? I'll keep the multitude because it's a lot of people, and a lot of people make a multitude. So multitude is more descriptive than just people. And instead of comes, I'll put were gathered. Were gathered thick. And then together is both.